I don't think that we should only look to celebrities for political opinions or for truth.
You're right.
But hey guys, welcome to Too Personal. I'm Joy Taylor. Thanks so much for joining me. Make sure you hit subscribe and follow us on social at, see, I keep doing this. It's not the Daily Play, Joy Taylor, at Too Personal Show. Follow us at Daily Play too if you're into sports. I'm so used to saying that every day on my show that now like my bits are mixed up. Hope you guys had a fun white man Independence Day weekend. I went to a couple cookouts, watched some soccer. Went to a Dodgers game. I had a cutesy little weekend.
Yeah, that looked cute. That looked
It
fun.
was. I also, if you can hear, if I sound a little funny, I came from the dentist this morning because I am on round 3 of Invisalign.
Round 3. Why
Round
so
3.
many?
Well, the first one wasn't Invisalign. The first one was the
Like the one at Macy's?
I forget the other.
The purple thing? Whatever it's
Yeah, the
called.
purple one.
Yeah.
So the first one was the purple one, and it helped, but it didn't fix it because it wasn't with a dentist. So it didn't fix exactly what I wanted fixed. The second one was with a dentist, but I didn't get the permanent retainer in. And so my teeth just like to wiggle.
Mine too.
And so this is the third time. And the third time, we're going to get it right. But you guys are going to have to deal with a little bit of lisp. Because I'm wearing these. All right. Also, the last time I got it, I was still doing Heard. So I was on air for 3 hours a day when I wasn't wearing it. And I also, you don't wear it when you eat or drink. So basically 4 hours of the day, I wasn't wearing it. So I had to wear it for longer, which was such a pain in the ass. So sorry if I sound a little weird. I'll get used to it. And I have the like extendos too.
And you got the full package.
Yeah, my teeth. They're called attachments. But anyway, so that's why I sound a little funny. And look a little funny probably too. But thanks for hanging out with us. Hope you enjoyed the holiday weekends. What did you get into, Hayley?
I was camping. Well, I like to consider it glamping. I was not in a tent.
Okay.
I was not among dirt.
Okay, so
I
you
was
went
in
to
a very furnished.
You went to a cabin.
Well, I was in an RV. But there were cabins. It was like a resort, honestly. Like there was a
That's
water
cute.
park. You could launch your jet skis, your boats, restaurant, bar,
Fun.
all the things.
Sounds very Americana.
Well, speaking of, on 4th of July, so on Saturday, there was this woman interrogating everybody in their campsite. So how it's set up is you have like it's like a little driveway. So if that's your RV space, you have your RV and then you've got like a little patio area. Or if that's your cabin, you've got your cabin and a patio area. But everyone has a site. Right?
Okay.
So she's going up to people on their sites who are playing music, minding their business, and cussing them out about the music that they're playing and saying they're not American-like. So she started with a Spanish family that was playing Bad Bunny, said that this is effing America. The hell are they doing here? They need to leave. Why are they playing Bad Bunny? He's a communist. Did you see his Super Bowl performance? I have a black daughter-in-law. He is racist.
Not a black daughter-in-law. Okay.
All these things, cussing them out,
so
right?
So she's being a Karen.
Yes, right?
Karen's in the wild.
I didn't witness the conversation. I heard screaming, couldn't figure out who she was yelling at, like during the tail end of it, right? Talked to the people a couple hours later. Well, a few hours after that, I'm in the shower. She's now messing with the family next to us, who's an Indian family, and they were playing Indian music, which I thought was lovely. It was upbeat. It felt like hip hop. It just was a different language, right? Same thing. F you, this is America. You're not American-like. Get the F out of this campsite. All of these things. And I like run out in my towel and I'm like hitting my family like, yo, like, go see what's going on. Go see what's going on. Because I'm the type of person, I pray that these situations happen to me.
I do not, because I like my freedom.
And these people were turning off their music.
No.
They were being bullied by this woman.
Okay.
Turning the music off, abiding by her made up rules. And first of all, what do you mean not American-like? People minding their business, enjoying their family, being safe?
Well, I mean, the goal of a Karen, really, the purpose is to be in other people's business, like to be in business that is not yours, which is something I personally have never understood because I have enough on my hands with my own business to be in other people's business. It's just not interesting to me. And if this situation is not impeding on your experience, like if they're not playing music so loud no one else can hear their music, then why are you bothering them? Also, bold of her to assume in America that this is not going to be considered a threat, because
Right.
that's what I would assume, is that I'm being threatened. I'm not turning off anybody's music. I think that the conversation about who is and was this, I'm assuming this is a white woman.
No, she was Hispanic. Yep. Don't know the origin, but she was not white.
Okay, well,
Right? Do you see why I
Latinas
was?
that think that they're white are beyond my comprehension. Like you're finding out that you're not. Slowly but surely, the whites are letting you know you're not one of them. I do not understand the obsession with the proximity to whiteness. It's very, very weird to me. It's very dangerous, and it's also very silly, because a big part of what's happening in the U.S., particularly with ICE, is should be very much letting you know that they don't think that you're white. I mean, beyond that, though, while she's cosplaying white and participating in Karen activity, the idea that anybody owes you anything on any particular day, like the 4th of July, you can play. It's like there's not some law that you. What is American music anyway? What is American music?
That's what I'm trying to figure
Keith
out.
Urban? Like,
I
what
was
is
playing
American
Spin That.
music? Huh?
I was playing Spin That. I was playing me some Coil Ray. I had some Kendrick going.
Right, like what is American music? First of all, that they can't be playing Bad Bunny and Indian music. And America is about being a melting pot. Like that is the entire point of the country. And this constant conversation about who is American and who isn't American and acting American and being proud of being American is exhausting. Again, I don't have these conversations with human beings in real life, because I have thankfully curated a group of humans around me that can read books. So I really don't ever have to have these conversations. And I would absolutely eviscerate anyone who bothered to try and come up to me and have this conversation. But I have a very good fuck off face. It's very effective. I exude fuck off energy when I don't want to interact with someone, or when I
Yeah.
want something to happen. Like I'm a witch.
Well, I think people know who to mess with and who not to mess with.
They do, but I don't like that, because that's
Me
bully.
either.
That's bully behavior, and the way that these people get away with it is by targeting people who they know don't want any problems and will submit to their ridiculous, absurd demands. Like I'm not. If she came over, I would turn the music up louder. I would turn it up
Right.
so loud it drowned her out. At the very
Because
least,
what is she gonna do?
At the very least, what are you gonna do? What are you gonna do?
I was praying she was gonna come up to me. She didn't. though.
No, we
I know.
no, we
But
can't
she just
have
needed
Karens.
to learn a lesson. It may not have been a physical lesson, but she needed to learn like you can't just control everything.
But when people submit to people like that, they empower them to continue that behavior, which is sad. But fuck
Yeah.
that lady. Hope she's having a terrible day.
Yeah, that was wild. Also, on the campsite, when did parents stop supervising their children? Like it's still the 90s and everything is A-OK. Because when I tell you there were 2 and 3 and 1-year-old little toddlers on their little toddler scooters just roaming the campsite and their parents were nowhere to be found.
Isn't that what you're supposed to be doing at camp?
Here's the thing. When you drive into this campsite, it's not like security. Like anyone can drive in. You don't know what's in their car. I don't know if you're a predator. I don't know if you're just a regular camper.
I
My
don't know.
kid is not running off alone.
I think, but your kid isn't with other kids, right?
True, but okay. Then he made friends with the kids next door,
Right.
and I still was behind the scooters.
See, I don't know, Hayley.
Trying to
I think
catch
I'm on the other side on this. You 2026 parents, you're due too much. Okay.
What if there's a predator on the other side playing like they're a camper?
There probably is. The odds are not in our favor. Okay. And we're learning more and more every day that they're not in our favor.
I think my kid's too square for that.
When I was a kid, I was given very clear instructions on, if I valued my life, how to behave, and not from other people, from what would happen to me in my own home.
Yeah.
If I misbehaved, we were left alone at home. We roamed the streets. We did all types of dangerous shit all day long. And some of us made it and some of us didn't. Okay. But nothing has changed. I think 2026 parents know too much and they research too much. Like I have friends who have had babies recently and I've straight up told them like, I'm not going on this anti-vax raw milk journey with you.
I went down that hole.
I don't give a fuck what you are not a doctor. I don't give a fuck what you think about anything. You don't know shit. You don't know more shit than the last generation knew. Just stop it. Stop it. You guys overwhelm yourself with information. The kids have to skin their knees, okay? They've got to climb a tree. They've got to get in some dirt. That's the problem. They're all insulated. And like, listen, I'm not saying that you should let your kids go play by a lake if they can't swim or not keep an eye on them, right? Like you should keep an eye on them. But man, like.
Well, when he hit that corner with them kids on the electric scooters and Aiden's and I could no longer see him. The way my track ears came.
I don't know, man. You guys do not make it seem like it's a fun experience because kids are they are constantly watched. They can't have red dye, right? They can't have a sody pop. It's too much. When do you guys get rest?
I don't.
Our parents didn't give a fuck. They were like, get out of the house. Don't come back until it's dark out. I don't care what you do.
I mean, that was me. But I knew the shit I got into. And Aiden is square.
Because he's a child. That's what you were, a square once, and then you got unsquared by going out and doing unsquare stuff.
Well, I was a little less square at 6.
He's 6. What do you mean you were less square? We're not talking about a 16-year-old. Also, that doesn't even matter. Like you have to be able to make mistakes. You've got to be able to consume something. Drink out of a hose. Drink some hose water. Okay, eat some mud pie. They'll be fine.
Yeah, I brought suitcases to the campsite. I had 2 suitcases.
Oh my God. See, you're the problem. I'm just saying, keep an eye on your kids. I definitely think you should keep an eye on your kids. But I do think that 2026 parents are doing too much. We have a mutual friend who has a child who is 6 feet tall.
Yeah.
That man can stay at home by himself. Don't touch the stove, okay? You got a cell phone. You got cameras. You got a fucking alarm system. You got a dog. The fuck? He's just going to sit there and play video games? Damn, you can't go to dinner for 3 hours?
I'll ease up at 12. But right now,
Well, he's 6. You shouldn't ease up at 6, but I'm just saying, like, he can go out. The point of going to a campsite is so he can go do camp shit, no?
Yeah. I was just with him. I was a big kid.
No, I don't think you should leave your child alone in the woods, okay? That's not what I'm suggesting. I'm just suggesting keeping an eye on them while allowing them to, like we went to the woods and just ran. I mean, I had poison ivy every single summer.
Oh, no.
Like clockwork. I got poison sumac once.
Yeah, that's not glamping.
I don't recommend that.
Poison
so you had a yeah, awful.
What is that?
It's a step up from poison ivy. I looked like the guy from the Goonies. For real. You guys. That's what I look like. My whole face was like Hitch.
I have to insert a photo right there.
I have the photo somewhere. It was literally insane. But you need that. You need to go outside in the woods, not too far from your parents. Okay. I'm not saying anything crazy. I'm just saying, like, man, there are some things from the old school that we could run back. We could spin the block on. And like, we constantly complain about screen time and them getting sucked into AI and not being able to interact with other humans. Like, part of that was like going camping and meeting some kids and like, building a dirt fort or whatever.
Yeah.
They need to do that.
Yeah.
Without worrying about their cuticles. They'll be fine.
You're right.
And maybe they eat like a popsicle that isn't organic.
I'll try it out. I'm
not parent shaming you. I'm just saying, I get pitched on a child at least once a week, and like, it doesn't sound appealing. It sounds like double the work.
It's stressful.
What else is going on?
Did you see Cardi B's interview with CNN?
I did. Our good sis.
First of all, love Cardi. She
love
did
Cardi.
no wrong in my eyes. I love that she said that she wanted to give Black Americans their flowers, especially this weekend, because she feels that they've paved the way for her family and many Caribbean immigrants to succeed in the U.S. She did also express her concern about efforts to erase history, then stopped herself because she didn't want to get in trouble and get too political, which I'm like, girl, like, it's fine. We need more
Everything
of
is
this.
political.
I just love that she stands on business and she says what people don't say out loud. And she said it at Essence Fest, 4th of July weekend. I feel it's important for people to remember that. I think people get confused with like African American, Afro Latina, Caribbean, like.
Yeah, I mean, there's a very large untold, to her point, untold history about the slave trade, where slaves were taken. We never talk about Brazil. We don't talk a lot about the slave trade into the Caribbean. We don't talk about the Haitian Revolution. Like we don't talk about the relationship between all of these countries, between the transatlantic slave trade and how that and colonialism shifted the entire world. But honestly, like most people aren't really interested in that. And when it comes to the states, particularly like the United States and not all of the Americas, which is, I think, something that has been exciting for people to learn, that there are some other places in the Americas, not just the United States of America. If you've been following any of the World Cup, I feel like people got a little education on that. Yeah, I mean, history is important. To her point, what I love that Cardi remains steadfast in talking about these things is part of the reason why they're erasing history outside of education in general is because if you know history, if you study history, if you're interested in history and learning it, it opens your eyes to a lot of different reasons why the way things are the way that they are. I love history. I love learning about history. The more you learn about history, sometimes the more angry you become, the more aware you become, the more questions you ask. An uneducated population is an easier population to control. It's an easier population to gaslight. It's an easier population to manipulate. Because if you aren't asking questions, if you don't know the truth, if you don't know how things were and how things came to be, then it's very easy for them to say, brown people are the reason why you don't have jobs. It's very easy for them to say that there's a difference in the way that Latinas matter or Latinos matter in the United States from the way that Black people do. I mean, the story that you're telling earlier about this Mexican or likely Mexican woman running around at a campsite telling people they're not American, like, bitch, don't let ICE show up. We gonna send them right to you. So the lack of awareness, the manipulation to this sort of like nationalist mentality that somehow we are all each other's enemy and the elites are not is very easy to pitch because people don't want to know the truth. It's easy. It's like when people complain about politics and they're like, oh, like, I just don't want to talk about politics. Like, baby, everything is political.
Yeah.
And in these times, sitting back and saying that you're not political is either saying that you are complicit, which is not something to be proud of, or that you're benefiting from everything that's happening, which usually is pretty obvious in most cases from people that say things like that. Yeah, it can be exhausting. Yes, you should tap out sometimes, but it's also important that if you are a person that has any kind of education or interest in it in the way that Cardi does, because I don't think that we should only look to celebrities for political opinions or for truth.
You're right.
But if you are a celebrity or you're someone with a platform that feels passionate about it, then you should use it. I mean, I don't pretend to know everything that's going on at all times, but I certainly care a lot about it. And when I'm educated or when I feel passionate about something, I talk about it. And I think that's important.
I think so too. And I don't think you should stop. Speaking of American, did you hear about the American royal wedding?
Is that what they're calling this?
Yes, which is, we'll get there. But so Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce, for those of you who may not know, were married over the weekend at about 1,000 guests at Madison Square Garden. Insane. Phones were taken, obviously. So I'm sure we will see this televised somewhere in the future is my prediction. I'm sure it's going to be in a documentary.
That hadn't even occurred to me.
That was my first thought when they said they took their phones. Oh, they're filming. She records everything.
A documentary about the wedding?
It's got to be in.
I mean, I think taking the phones is fair. Most celebrities either cover people's phones or ask them not to take
Yeah.
photos, which in this case, like asking is not enough. Like you do have to take people's phones, especially what do they have 1,000 people there?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's too many people to trust that they're
Well,
not
and
going to
there's
take
some
pictures.
leaked footage, so
Right.
someone was
Yeah.
in there
So they were
recording.
right to take their phones. But wow, it hadn't occurred to me that they might be recording.
That's my
it.
prediction. Now we'll see what happens. We'll follow up.
Okay.
My thing is, since when did they become the American royal couple to have an American royal wedding? Like, we don't even have royals here.
We don't have royals here. No kings. No kings allowed. Yeah, I did not agree to this. I did not agree to the royal title. I will say I've thought a lot about this wedding, obviously because it's been absolutely everywhere. It's not what I would have done. I am a pretty private person, and I did have a big wedding
How
when
many
I was
guests?
married. 250, which is a
So
lot.
that's a lot.
It's a lot. It's a big wedding.
Okay.
Having done that, I would not want to have a big wedding again. If I got remarried and the person I was marrying wanted to have a big wedding, I would try to talk them out of
Yeah.
it.
Would you
But
elope?
If 100% I would elope.
Yeah.
Yeah. If it's up to me, I'm eloping. 100%.
Would you elope and then have like a party after,
no.
or just elope?
No, just elope.
Okay.
Yeah, it's no party, no need for all that. I'm celebrated quite a bit. I I don't need that. But I thought about it because I'm like, is it unfair that I am judging this, choice when I had a big wedding? Because I had what the equivalent for me being Taylor Swift and Travis
Yeah.
Kelce of a big wedding. You know what I mean? Like I had the equivalent of that. A ton of people talked about it, posted pictures. I think the location is weird. Like I have to say that. Like I can't front. The
little
location is
extra.
odd. I do get it from a security standpoint. It makes a lot of sense because if you have that many people and they're that famous and you want them to get in and out and be able to like secure the perimeter, so to speak, having it in an enclosed space makes sense. But like, what's romantic about MSG?
I don't know. I mean, they say her one of her first performance or some competition, she was 12 or 13 there. So there was like a little nostalgic situation going on, but still, I mean, still very intense.
I don't like the location.
But their relationship is intense. It's been America's story.
I
time.
don't care about celebrity relationships. Like I can't pretend like I do. I don't know these people. So I can't pretend to like be involved in what is shown publicly. Like I know too much about how people move in private in these public relationships to like buy into the lore of it all. I know people get super interested and super invested, especially when they're fans of these people. So I get it. Like I 100% understand why people are following this. To me, like if you're asking my opinion, I would not have gotten married at MSG. I think there are more romantic, more beautiful places that you could have massive weddings at. I mean, famous billionaire people have incredibly private weddings all over the world at beautiful places. Like they're able to secure who gets in and out, whether there's photos taken, whether there's drones over it. Like Beyonce and Jay-Z got married.
Right.
Famous people get married. Zendaya and Tom Holland just got married. We have not seen a single photo from that wedding. So like you can do it. So I do want to know, like I haven't seen anyone from their camp like explain why it's there.
Yeah, no.
But yeah, I mean the guests looked beautiful. I have had to soul search though, because I'm like, I had a big wedding and I would advise anyone who's getting married not to have a big wedding.
Yeah, well, probably because you did it.
Because I did it, and
Yeah.
I just think like it's a beautiful moment and it's fun and you have your people there and you're dancing and it's like this thing, but it's one day. And I just like now I guess I just feel differently. Like, but I did it. So I think it's unfair of me to be like, don't do it because I did it, you know?
I haven't done it yet, and I'm conflicted.
About
Here's
having
my
a big
thing.
wedding?
Here's my thing. I'm not paying for food for that many people. That's a lot.
It
of
is
plates.
wildly
And
expensive.
then we want an open bar.
You have to have an open bar.
That's insane. So
I'm
it's
not coming to your wedding if you
a
don't have
couple
an open bar.
$100,000, I would assume.
I'm just telling you that right now. I love you.
You're not
but
coming to the wedding?
I have to. What are we gonna do? We're just gonna hang out?
Oh, if it's not open bar. No, it'll have to be open bar.
It has to be open bar.
But I don't think it's gonna be 250 people.
Well, so here's my thing about, because I don't want to sound like a hater, because I am experienced in this. This is the thing about big weddings. It sounds like a great idea, right? Like you have all these people and it's like the big flowers and the big church and the big reception, but like you don't get to spend any time with anyone. Like you do not. It's impossible. You have the day before, and like sometimes you can hang out with people a little bit there, or like you'll have like a Thursday dinner. And weddings have also become like a 4 or 5 day thing, which I know in some cultures is very normal, but not for us. Okay. Not for America. It's supposed to be a rehearsal dinner with your family and then a wedding. And it's become like this whole, festival. But yeah, like if you really want to be able to spend time with people that you care about, my advice is this: invite people that you know will have your back in 10 years. If they don't make that cut, they don't need to be at your wedding. Because it's like, it's the most important day of your life. It's supposed to be about love. And if you have a massive wedding, you're just inevitably going to have people there that like just don't need to be there. And to your point, you're feeding them and you're giving them drinks.
That's
and you're
crazy
paying
to
for
me.
like extra space. But do what you want. You know what I mean? Again, like I am absolutely being a hypocrite. I did that. So, and I had a great wedding. It was beautiful and had the best time. So
we'll see. I mean, I got to get engaged first. So
I feel this way now that the wedding is over, that I would elope. And I can't have a small wedding. I have too big of a family to have a small wedding.
Yeah.
So it's just impossible. And like, if my partner has a big family, it's cooked. Like we either have a big wedding or like a big-ish wedding or elope. And for me,
it's
like,
all or nothing.
I just have too many people. That's just family. Like I can't friends, like, and then they have their partners. Like that's how it goes.
Yeah,
and
so
the list just grows and grows.
When I think about it,
Hmm?
It adds up quick when I think about it.
It really does. When you sit down there and make the list, it adds up quick. And you want to be able to spend time with these people, and you're not going to get to spend time with them. And everyone's going to be asking you for a picture and a selfie. And
you know what it is? I, as an adult, have not been to a wedding. The last wedding I went to, I was like 13.
Specs, did you gasp? I did too.
I was
What do you
invited to
mean?
one, but it was my girl from high school. But it was like 3 weeks after I had Aiden, so I was like, I'm sorry, girl, I can't make this wedding.
Wait. You haven't been to a wedding?
As an adult, no. But no one I know is getting married.
I've been to 4 weddings this year.
I don't know. I need some new friends. No one's married, or they just have really long engagements.
We got to get you to a wedding, girl.
Yeah, because maybe I'll have a different opinion.
Yeah, you're gonna need to get to a wedding.
I need to experience it.
Yeah, you have to get to a wedding for sure. Also, bachelorette culture is like a whole thing too.
Yeah, I haven't been to one of them either.
I've been to a couple bachelorettes. I've been to a decent amount of bachelorettes.
I gotta go.
Yeah, you have a lot of experiences still to.
So just
to box
erase
check.
all of my opinions because
No. But like we do have to get you to a wedding though. We do. We definitely have to do that. Okay, is it time for Never Too Personal?
Yes, it is.
All right. It's time for Never Too Personal. If you want to be a part of the show, toopersonalpodcast@gmail.com, or you can DM us at toopersonalshow. This one is, you mentioned 20-year-old Joy a lot and all of her crazy. What do you think she would think of Joy today? I was a wild woman at 20. Actually, I would say from 18-ish to 25, I was pretty unhinged. I think I hit adulthood and all of the like suppressed trauma from my childhood, all of the having to be buttoned up and not cause my mom any more headache than she already had on her plate, not wanting to get in trouble so that I could get to college, trying to avoid extra stress at home by talking back, like all of those things. I think it all just kind of poured out of me, daddy issues, so to speak. And I really kind of went on a rebellious, I'm going to find myself journey. Oh, also pour in there all of the church guilt and church trauma as well, which I talk about quite often and piss everybody off with. But, you know, I think when I look back on those years, which I'm really, as many stupid fucking things as I did and as many poor decisions as I made during that time, I'm really grateful I had that time, because I do not miss my 20s at all. I'm on the cusp of 40, and I feel like someone who has really lived life fully in each chapter, except for my childhood, because it wasn't available to me. But I feel like I've had every year. Like I have had so many experiences. I've been in so many different places. I've lived in different cities. I've had different relationships. I've had different friendships. I've had different jobs. I've been to different schools. Like I've had so many different experiences in life that I feel like I've had such a full life that even though those times were just beyond my comprehension to even imagine behaving like that anymore, I am grateful for them, because they shaped so much of who I am and how I see the world now. And I haven't lived perfectly. I've made a lot of really poor decisions. And I don't like to look at the world through a lens of regret. I don't like saying like, oh, I don't regret anything. Like everyone regrets things that they do. That's a very silly, like no regrets thing. But what I will say is, when it comes to regret, I think you have to repurpose that feeling into lessons and growth, and have it be a part of your story. And I feel like that time was just it was insane. But some of the stories are funny and some of them are tragic. But what I think my 20-year-old self would think of me today, I guess there's two ways of looking at it. Like, if I saw myself today, what would my 20-year-old self think? I would be so relieved that I survived and that I accomplished my dreams and that I am, independent and I have this full life. There's another way of asking this question of like, what would 20-year-old self Joy think of a woman like me, like passing her by? I think I would think nothing of it. I was a completely selfish asshole. So like, I don't know. I would not be paying attention to any of those things. My focus on success was really centered on school, and that was like where I poured my success energy, and the rest of it was, just thinking that I knew everything. And the reason I mentioned 24 and 25 as sort of the year where I got out of that is because I finally broke down at that time and accepted that I needed to start taking advice, and I needed to change how I was living, and I needed to grow up, and I needed to be more serious about my future and stop thinking that I knew everything. And now I'm really grateful to say that I know a whole lot about a very, 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 very little amount of things. And I always want to learn more. And that, I think, is a real grown-up shift that happens. So yeah, 20-year-old Joy was a nut. 39-year-old Joy is a nut, but just a little more in control. Great question. If you want to be a part of the show, twopersonalpodcast@gmail.com or twopersonalshow on IG. Make sure you go and follow us on social. And thanks for listening. Thanks for hanging out with us. Make sure you hit subscribe, and we'll catch you next time.